Ahimsa, Nonviolence in Action. Welcome to the Sacred Karma podcast. I'm Vicky, and today's episode is Ahimsa, Nonviolence in Action. We're exploring a principle that touches every moment of our lives. Ahimsa, or nonviolence. Most people hear nonviolence and immediately think of physical harm, but ahimsa goes so much deeper than that. We live in a world where violence seems to be everywhere, not just the obvious kind, but the violence of harsh words, toxic thoughts, and systems designed to harm rather than heal. There's this ancient principle, ahimsa, that offers us a completely different way to move through our days. True ahimsa or nonviolence touches every aspect of how we exist in the world. Consider the words you choose during anger. Notice the thoughts you feed in your mind. Feel the energy you bring into your workplaces, families, and communities. Think for a moment. Every word you speak carries energy. Each thought you think creates ripples. Every action you take either adds violence to the world or removes it. This isn't just philosophy I'm sharing with you. This is the practical reality of how we shape our daily experience. Let me tell you what I mean by saying the violence we don't see is often the most harmful. Recall your last argument with someone, maybe your partner, a colleague, a family member. Perhaps no one threw a punch, but was there violence in the words? Was there any intention to harm, to wound, to diminish the other person? Verbal abuse leaves scars just as real as physical wounds. Here's what we rarely discuss: the harsh words we speak to ourselves, that internal criticism and judgment, that's violence too. How many of us wake up and immediately start attacking ourselves? You're lazy, you're not good enough, you're behind again. That's violence against your own spirit. Digital media has given us entirely new ways to practice violence. We share information without checking if it's true. We pile onto conversations with anger and outrage. We use technology to divide rather than connect. What's remarkable is these same tools can become instruments of ahimsa or non-violence if we choose differently. Now, let me share an important aspect of ahimsa that many people misunderstand. Even Krishna, who we associate with peace and dharma, showed us that ahimsa doesn't mean being passive. As Krishna eventually counseled Arjuna to fight in the Kurukshetra war, it was only after he had spent enormous energy trying to prevent that war. He served as a peace messenger. He negotiated. He offered compromises. Only once every single avenue for peace was closed, once justice could not be achieved through non-violent means, did he support taking action. This teaches us crucial wisdom regarding how to live. Ahimsa means exhausting every peaceful option first. It means approaching conflict with genuine intention to heal rather than to win. It means asking ourselves, have I really tried every way to resolve this peacefully? So, how do you actually live this way, day by day, moment by moment? It starts with one simple practice: the pause. Before responding to that inflammatory email from your boss, pause. Before reacting to your teenager's attitude, pause. Ask yourself one question: will my response add violence or healing to this situation? As someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of immediately going to anger, try understanding. Maybe they're rushing to the hospital. Maybe they're having the worst day of their life. Your response in that moment, anger or compassion, shapes not just that moment, but the energy you carry forward into the rest of your day. Let's talk about ahimsa in love, in our most intimate relationships. How you converse with your partner during upset moments, how gentle you are physically, how you avoid those cutting, abusive words that leave invisible wounds, how you handle their emotions during vulnerability, fear, or pain. This applies whether we're talking about him or her. Ahimsa doesn't see gender, it sees souls. During those moments where your partner is sharing difficult experiences, crying, needing your presence, that's where ahimsa becomes most crucial. The tone of your voice, the way you touch them, whether you listen to understand or listen to defend yourself. These moments of tenderness or harshness shape the very foundation of love. In your workplace, you can be the person who doesn't participate in gossip. As conflicts arise, be the voice that seeks solutions rather than blame. Create spaces where people feel psychologically safe to be honest, to make mistakes, to grow. This is ahimsa in action. Here's what I've witnessed repeatedly in my own life and in the lives of people I've worked with. Once you choose ahimsa in your response, it spreads. As you choose nonviolence in how you respond to someone, you often diffuse their anger too. By refusing to pass along harmful information, you stop that chain of negativity. Through speaking to yourself with kindness, you model that energy for everyone around you. This isn't concerning being weak or avoiding necessary confrontation. Sometimes nonviolence means setting very firm boundaries. Sometimes it means having those difficult conversations. But it always means choosing healing over harming. Picture this with me. Families where disagreements don't automatically become battles. Workplaces where conflicts become opportunities for growth rather than warfare. Communities where differences are bridges to understanding rather than walls of division. Countries that genuinely seek dialogue before deploying armies. This isn't naive idealism. This is practical wisdom that's been tested for thousands of years. Ancient texts understood what modern psychology now confirms. Violence breeds more violence, but ahimsa, non-violence, has the actual power to transform situations. What's powerful is you don't need special training to start practicing ahimsa. You need two things: awareness and intention. Today, as someone annoys you, pause before reacting. Before sharing content online, ask yourself if it adds to understanding or just to anger. Once your inner voice turns critical toward yourself or others, redirect it toward compassion. Pay attention to the energy you bring into each room you enter. Are you adding to the peace or the chaos? Are your words building people up or tearing them down? Are your thoughts creating harmony or feeding more conflict? Ahimsa isn't just an ancient principle we study, it's a practical tool for creating the world we actually want to live in. Each moment gives us a choice: add violence or remove it, choose harm or choose healing. The ripples from that choice reach much further than we can imagine. The question isn't whether the world needs more nonviolence. We all know it does. The real question is whether you're ready to be part of the solution, starting right now, in whatever situation you're facing today. This is ahimsa in action. This is how ancient wisdom meets the reality of modern life. This is how we transform the world, one conscious choice at a time. Thank you for joining me on the Sacred Karma. Remember, your path to truth and transformation begins with how you choose to respond in this very moment. Your thoughts and experiences matter to this community. Drop a comment below and let us know how today's wisdom is resonating with you. Hit follow to join our growing family of truth seekers. And remember, every step on your spiritual journey matters. Until we meet again with love, grace, and peace, this is Vicky.